Hey guys, if you're looking for a 10-minute yoga routine that you can do without getting down on the ground, this is it. We're going to work on your hips, we're going to work on your core, we're going to work on your shoulders and your posture. This is perfect for office workers or anybody who just wants a 10-minute break throughout the day to restore your posture, to work on your mobility, your strength for your whole body, and then get back to what you are doing already, just feeling better and feeling more prepared for the rest of your day. So there's no equipment required. You don't need to have any yoga experience. I'll walk you through this whole workout from start to finish. Just do your best and follow along. First pose is Haka, or horse or goddess, depending on how you call it. But you're going to start with your feet about 45 at a 45 degree angle and about 4 feet apart. So just, find a nice, wide, comfortable stance with your toes facing out about 45 degrees. Bring your hips under your shoulders, and you want to make sure that your glutes are pretty engaged here, so you're not letting your butt poke out behind you with your low back arching significantly. And then try to squeeze your knees toward the back. You're going to feel a lot of activity through your glutes as you do this. From here, kind of sit down into this modified squat. You're going to feel a lot of opening through your groin. Bring your arms out in front of you. And I just want you to add a little bit of movement here. So you're shifting from one side to the other, breathing in and out of your nose, squeezing the knees back so you do feel that glute engagement. And this is a pretty intense pose to start with, but it is a really effective pose just for opening up your hips, for helping with your knees and your back. If you feel like it's too intense to start, turn your toes in a little bit more, and then gradually maybe we can turn the toes out a little bit more. And you can go deeper and deeper to make this more intense, but we're going to do about a minute here. We're already 30 seconds in, so just choose whichever depth you find manageable. You can even rest your hands on your thighs like this and kind of shift from side to side. Just getting your hips warm, opening up the groin, and getting your body ready for the postures ahead. 2 more breaths. And then sit down nice and low. 1 more breath without moving. And stand up. All right, from here we're going to take it into a wide stance. So you're going to have your feet a little bit wider than you did for that Haka pose. Turn your toes slightly in, squeeze your thighs, and then turn your right foot to face 90 degrees toward the right. You're going to shift your hips forward toward that front foot, knee over the ankle in the front foot, coming into a warrior 2 stance. I want you to really squeeze your left thigh and your left hip here, and try to make sure that your shoulders are under your hips. You can also hug your legs toward one another, breathing in and out of your nose. Bring your arms out in opposite directions. Push the top of your head away from your shoulders, chin in toward the throat, and then look over your right middle fingers. If you look down at your right foot here, you should be able to see your big toe around the knee. Make sure you're staying strong through that back leg, pushing into the outer edge of the back foot, squeezing your quadriceps. And then from here, come into a side angle. So your right wrist comes inside your right knee, your left arm extends up toward the ceiling, and I want you to push your hands in opposite directions. So you're reaching your right hand toward the ground, reaching your left arm up, keeping your chest upright, making sure you're not collapsing toward the ground. And as you're breathing here, I want you to think expanding through your rib cage. So we're inhaling to get big through your body, exhaling to twist more into this pose. 2 breaths here. Push the top of your head away from your back foot. Make your body as big as you can. Last breath. And then from here, you're going to straighten through your right leg, pushing your front hip into your back hip, keeping this leg slightly bent. And you can even rest your right hand on your right leg here if you need a little bit of a break. Keep this left shoulder rolled back. Extend the left arm up. Coming into triangle. So we did a pretty big groin opener to start, pretty big chest opener, a little bit of rotation for your spine. And now we're targeting your inner thigh with triangle. Your neck might get a little bit tired here. Think about pushing the top of your head away from your body, keeping that chin tucked in toward the throat, and then looking up. And that's going to help you maintain proper technique through your neck, and you'll be able to hold this longer without discomfort. 2 more breaths. Try to focus on keeping your body weight in your hips and your core. Don't let it shift out just to the front of your body, but again, keeping it centered. And then bend back into a warrior 2, knee over the ankle and the front foot, back hip pushing into the front hip, arms coming out in opposing directions. And then straighten that front leg, turn your foot in, give yourself a little break to reset. And then we'll switch sides. So now your left foot turns out 90 degrees. You're going to straighten that back leg, squeezing your back thigh. Push your right hip into your left hip, knee tracking over the middle toe in your front leg. Make sure you can see your big toe around the knee, so kind of edge that left knee out to the left. Squeeze your butt, so your butt and your hips are under your shoulders, not poking out behind you. And then bring your arms out to a T, right hand reaching back, left hand reaching forward. Pull the chin in toward the throat, so you've got a nice, strong neck positioning here, and then look over your left middle finger. Couple breaths here, getting set in this warrior 2 position, making sure that you're strong through the lower body, squeezing your thighs, pushing into both feet, outer edge of the back foot, and down through the whole front foot. And then from here, taking it into a side angle. Left wrist comes inside your knee, right arm reaches straight up toward the ceiling. Really reach your arms in opposite directions here, trying to make your body as big as you can. You might want to bend a little bit deeper into this front leg for a side angle pose. And again, with the breath here, we want to think breathing into your rib cage, expanding in all directions. So the front of your rib cage, the sides of your rib cage, and the back of your rib cage. And that's going to help create more opening through your back. Maybe you feel pop in your lower back or your mid back. That's good. That's a sign that your body is opening up, that it's mobile. Almost done here. 2 more breaths. Yes, this is difficult to do, but that's okay. We want it, might want it to be hard. That's going to help you build that strength. That's going to help create a more noticeable improvement in your long-term fitness, but also in the short term, you'll feel better afterwards. All right, and then from here, take it into the triangle. You're going to straighten that left leg until you feel a stretch in the inner thigh, making sure you keep a slight bend to the knee. You can rest your left hand on your shin. Keep extending that right arm up, squeezing it back if you want to get some chest opening and a little bit of thoracic opening, so middle and upper back opening, working on your posture. And again, for the neck, look out to the side, press the top of your head away from your body, pull the chin in toward the throat, and then look upward at your hand. Breathe in and out of your nose, and try to focus on holding your body weight here with your hips and your core, staying active through your legs, active through the core. You're going to feel a nice stretch here through the inner thigh, and that muscle is really important for relieving stress in the low back. So getting this stretch should be really helpful to your day. We're going to do 1 more breath here. And then come back to a warrior 2. Push your back hip into your front foot, back hip into your front hip. Knee tracks over the ankle in your front foot, tracking over the middle toe. Arms are out in opposite directions. And then straighten that front leg, turn your feet in, and take a breath here to reset. Guys, if you're liking this workout and you want more, I do have a free sexual wellness challenge for men. You can sign up for that at the link in the description below for free when this workout is finished. Go give that a shot and work on your sex game. All right, go ahead and bring your legs back together. We're going to move into a chair pose here, working on strengthening those areas that we were stretching before. Toes touch, heels an inch apart. Bend into your knees so that they're right above your toes. Bring your butt down and back. Keep your chest upright. And then lift your arms overhead so your biceps frame your ears. Pretend like you're holding a beach ball overhead. Really work on squeezing those arms back to open up your chest without arching your back. So you want to keep your core nice and tight, abs engaged like you would in a plank, and then see if you can sit down a little bit lower and lift your chest up a little bit higher. Knees can come forward, just make sure that the heels stay down. 2 breaths here. This is a tough pose, but you've done a lot of work to this point to get your body ready to do this really effectively with good strength and mobility. Last breath. And then stand back up, release your hands. And now moving into our final pose, high lunge with a back bend. Right leg forward, left leg back. Squeeze your legs toward one another. Come into a nice, manageable depth. Pretty deep, but manageable. Knee over the ankle in the front foot. Back heel pressing toward the ground. Hips and thighs engaging. Lift your ribs up away from the hips. Bring your arms overhead. And then I want you to squeeze your arms back and lift your chest up toward the ceiling. So focusing on a high lunge here with a bit of a back bend for your mid and upper back. From here, squeeze your elbows down, really open up the chest, aim your sternum, that bone right in front of your heart, straight up at the ceiling for 3 breaths. Last pose, but we're making this one intense. See if you can squeeze your shoulder blades together a little bit more, really pop open the chest. Try to keep that length through your spine though, don't collapse. And then release your hands, stand back up, take a breath before the final pose, final set, or final side. Now big step back with the right foot, coming into that high lunge, push your right heel toward the ground, squeeze your whole right thigh and the right hip, press down through your left foot, bring your arms up, coming into a strong high lunge. And then from here, squeeze your arms back as far as you can. Really feeling this in the upper back. You want to feel those muscles between the shoulder blades working as you squeeze your arms back. And think about lifting your chest up toward the ceiling, aiming your heart up at the ceiling or the sky. Keep your neck long. Make sure you're not just letting your head fall backwards, but think about keeping the top of the head pressing up and away from the shoulders. Chin kind of in toward the throat. And now squeeze your elbows down toward the hips, really opening up that chest, kind of flexing those muscles between the shoulder blades. And 2 strong breaths here. All right, guys, that's the workout. Hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos. We put out a free workout here every Tuesday at 9:30 a.m. Central Time. So come back and check that out. Be sure to hit the like button, leave a comment. You have some feedback, a question, or you just want to say hi. And if you're looking for another workout you can do right now, we have a fantastic morning yoga routine for hips and core. Click over here in the upper right-hand corner to watch that now. All right, guys, thanks for watching. See you on the next one.